Well, it's a little different weather situation than the last time I was out here. Today we're once again at Bodega Bay, just by the jetties over there. And you can see the amount of rock around me. Well, that means rock crab. Right now it's mean low tide right now, just hitting slack tide, which is the perfect time. So it'll be a little slow in the beginning, but it should pick up over the next few hours. I'm going to be throwing the throw traps you can see there. And I also have a couple of cheap castable traps from Walmart. You can see the van is way up top side there. little rascal, because well, I can get out a little further, right? If I have this 20 feet in, we'll just have to keep an eye on the tide, make sure we can get up our trail here, which I don't think it's going to be a problem. So let's get some red rod. Let's get some rock crab, man. I guess I could do a little bit of coastal foraging too. A lot of crabs come in and hang out in the rocks here, so we'll try walking along. The thing is, you probably need a full suit of football gear, helmet and everything walking along here. I don't want to ever injure myself on these rocks here, especially because they get slippery. But we'll look around a little bit, maybe stick the GoPro under, see if we can see anything. But as far as baiting up today is concerned, I'm giving them a potpourri. I've got some squid there and some chicken. I think the thing is to bring plenty of bait with you, okay? Because it has to be refreshed once in a while. You can see we're just at slack tide, nothing's moving, and now we're just barely starting to turn coming in. I hope we're not going to deal with a lot of seaweed today, but who knows? All right, well, let's get the next one set and thrown out. We got one out already. Over here I got a little line snafu I have to fix up, make sure I have mine underneath a rock there to make sure I just don't throw the whole trap and line out. Yeah, it probably would do that. Still being nosy here. Here's the castable net all baited up here. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a first throw out there. It's got some pretty good weight on it. I have a rod that's rated for it. So you want to make sure, because it's easy to snap your rod in two because of all the momentum that's generated here. Alright, let me get positioned and chuck her out. Let's make sure we got some firm footing here. Wow, that thing really... Oh, holy smokes. That thing really flew, man. Talk about meatloaf. Bat out of hell. Alright, there we go. As the tide comes in, I want to keep my castables this way so that they don't interfere with my throw traps. I got a cute little friend down here, I'll show you. There he is. What a cutie pie, huh? Gonna tuck on in there. Like I said, there's probably a lot of cool stuff to see in here. And I'm sure there's some rock crabs that are underneath some of these ledges and stuff. It's just a question of where. Right, you have to train your eye. I couldn't see fish in water before, and then after being in Hawaii for a while, I got pretty good at it. So if I sniffle and huff today, I'm still dealing with my fall allergies. I like that Road Trek 190. They're nice. They are nice. I'll keep an eye to see if anything is bouncing out there. That chicken was still slightly frozen, so still thawing out. Okay, so I'm going to get my next castable out. And then we have one more throw here, which is a tough one. I'm just glad I can't work the cliff too easily, because when I pull up I lose a lot of crabs in the rocks over here, and I really don't want to do that. You can see the tides coming in, so we just have to be aware of that. We see where the wet line is here, and we should be well clear of this place before absolute high tide. I did a pull over here. I got nothing so far, so I just have to let them soak for a while. So let me get my next throw ring all set here. Watch that baby bounce a little bit. I think casted really well. So this rod is rated for it. It's an ugly stick. And it's the big water, so it's definitely rated for it. And this reel is rated for casting, for pulling into ocean reel. Okay, tide is coming in. Let the bite begin. A couple tricks I learned is to make sure when you clip on here that you cinch this down right here, because these things exert a lot of force and it can pull it out of there. So just getting the pair of pliers and pressing that down a little bit right here will cinch that in. I'm trying a piece of squid here, and also make sure that your trap is functioning correctly when you throw it at. I've seen so many people, their traps aren't even working correctly, and they're wondering why they're really not catching anything. It's no guarantee I'm going to catch anything, but at least I want the trap to work correctly. Right, here we go. I left a nice opening right in here, so let's go ahead and cast this baby. I want that reeled up just a little bit here. There we go. Get that baby in a good position. All right, squid, do your thing. Squidward. I'm sure once I get the hang of these castables, I can probably do better. But for now, it's okay. We got one more throw trap to get at, and we'll be holding the rest of the chicken in reserve. Let's go ahead and pull this second one if it didn't bend down a little. Just grab this one. Maybe? No. What do we got in there? Nothing. So we got one green crab, and we want to annihilate them because they're an invasive species. Very important. Okay, very important that they not be returned to the water. You may think that that's cruel, but it can wipe out a lot of livelihoods here. That green crab. Okay, so you definitely want to get rid of that. There it is there. You see why it's got its color, because it's green, but they are terrible for the ecosystem here. Absolutely terrible. You can see this chicken ain't going anywhere. They are really cinched in there, so that's a good thing to use. When you clip them off though, don't throw them around on the beach, take them with you. Probably be a good time, not super low tide, but there's probably some clams in here and stuff, but it's not the right season for it. All right, let's get this baby thrown out. There's a keeper right there. We just did our first pull. Okay, we got, looks like 2 keepers here. We're going to check them out and measure them up here. We got our gauge. They have to be at least 4 inches across the shell. So I'm going to grab that and check it. Not a bad start though. So 2 definite keepers here, which is nice. Very heavy ones too. So all checked out. All checked out on that inner there. That's 4 inches. So we're good to go. Alright, well, only been at it about a half hour. We got 3 nice keepers so far. So the skunk is off for today, and that's a beautiful thing. Plus we got the tide coming. I've noticed when the tide is low or going low, it's generally the females that are in closer to shore. And then when the tide starts to shift and the high tide comes in, then the males tend to come in with it. It's like they're out nightclub partying, right? And coming in. We got to be careful of harbor seals. I see a few ducking their heads up, popping their heads up here out of the water. So they're good at absolutely annihilating these traps. And the one caution for using fish when you're gone crabbing is they're a natural attractant to sea lions and harbor seals, whereas chicken is a little more of a mystery to them. It's not going to have that super attractiveness. So all right, guys, well, at least we are underway here today, and I've sanitized my hands. I always bring hand sanitizer with me because I'm handling raw chicken. So all right, we might poke around a little bit here while we got, what do we got? We got two castable lines in, 2 castable traps, and we've got 1, 2, 3 throw traps. So we got 5 going on action. I guess I could have thrown out a few more, but I think 5 is a plenty, so it's doing good. So I'm imagining things are we're going to start getting some of these big boys soon. I've learned a lot in a month, I'll tell you that, and that's the good news. You'll never be as dumb as you are the first time you come out, and I think there's going to be a little bit of feasting tonight. One can hope. Don't ever come over here on the weekend. I mean, this would be insane up here. Absolutely insane with people. But you come out on weekdays and it's a totally different story. I came out, I hit here about 9:20. It was great. Nobody, just a couple people in a camper van hanging out. Cheers, everybody. Remember what I was telling you about foraging? There's a Rocky hanging out down there, just waiting for the tide to come up. I don't know what that pink thing is. I just don't want to go. Generally, I love touching everything, but I don't want a moray eel to nail me today. I'm a lot more comfortable walking around the rocks, though. So let's be a little nosy. You got to really keep your eyes open here. We haven't gotten a Dungeness today. We probably will. Let's see, I don't really see anything over here. We're going to annihilate any green crabs that we see. You see how healthy the marine environment is. But these rock crabs like to hang down in there, these places in the rocks. Spider crab. It looks almost alien. It's crazy looking, but believe it or not, those are supposed to be real good eating, but that's a little small. Alright, alien, live to fight again another day. May the force be with you. What a shell, huh? Alright, well, Mr. Spider Crab, one day if we get a big one, we'll eat it. But tide is coming in, but nothing really. This is really the first thing for about a half hour or so. Got to watch out. This guy's got some kind of claws on him here. Right, they'll do a number on you. So, you know, tide is definitely coming in. So we might have to start moving upward. We just have to keep an eye on things here. We do have our way out right there, which is good. I'm looking at the rocks here, and you can see tide really comes up to about here, so we should be okay. It's time for a second cup of coffee. All right, there's a nice, we finally got, ooh, a nice big male there. Got to really watch these claws. These guys are really, it's got one little one and one big one. So it's kind of in a compromised position, but we'll get him out of there. Yeah, you're a nice meaty one. Look at the size of that claw. You make me happy. You make me happy. You make me happy. Trying to get you turned over.
How's it going?
We're doing good. How are you?
Good. You got one.
Trying to negotiate one, yeah.
That's a good
I've still gotten used to it. I just got my license in August, so.
Perfect.
I got some red rocks in there.
It's a good one.
That's
right
it.
There.
Don't get pinched.
Oh, I won't.
You want to do me a favor and put it in the bag?
Yeah. Easiest way is to
Officer Williams here. Yeah, we're grabbing by
Two
those bags.
bags.
That's a nice one. So, well, you earned your keep today. There you go,
Yeah.
officer.
I'm not.
You're going to be busy. Dungeness season's coming up, right?
Yeah. Just
All
those
right.
crab.
That's all I got. Yeah, I just have 2 castables and 3 throw nets. Yeah, I don't have any. I'm not doing any fishing or anything today. So.
Perfect.
All right.
You got a fishing license on?
I do. Let me grab that. Hold on. So there we go. Yeah, he was happy. I passed the test here. I'm not one that's going to cheat on the program, but that was a really nice one in there. So let's go ahead and get this out again. The action might be building. This wonder what these seagulls taste like. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's get this hoop net out again. That was good. Really jealous of that Road Trek 190. The guy was really nice. We were talking. All right, we've scored another big boy here. Oh, trying to get him out of there. Yeah, it's a nice male. It's nice. So I'm going to get him in the bucket here. And we're doing great today. I think this is number 5. And I got another big boy here. He's the same way. I should say I finally got him out of there. And I pulled this in. I think I got a monster in there. I don't know. Let's put this one in the bag here. This guy was really feisty. Yeah, we're doing great today. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't really want to. We got all this seaweed. Yeah, that's a huge one right there. Let's get him by the back here. There he is. Man, this guy chomps into you. You're gonna know it, brother. You're gonna know it. That's a nice big, really heavy female. We're gonna put that Dungeness back right there. All right, guys, I think that's number 6 today. It's looking good. There we go. All right, let's put this boy back. Whew, we're doing great. All right, dude, you can go back. We got 2 more keepers here, guys. We are just cracking today. Just crack-a-lacking. I couldn't be happier. Certainly turned into a beautiful day out here. Clearing off, sun, just an amazingly beautiful place. I haven't seen any boat traffic today at all, so I'm guessing the swell is pretty big today. It's supposed to have a 5-foot tidal change, so I don't know. This guy's trying to be a bait monger over here. Grab my chicken right there. Get all those flies down there. Whoa. All right, let's pull some traps. Oh, what a beautiful day on the water. All right, guys, here we go. These throw traps have been working good. I think we got another huge Rocky Balboa in there. There he is. He's still eating that chicken there. don't let go of that chicken. Right? And let's go ahead and pull this one too. Let's see what we got. This feels pretty heavy. It might be a Seaweed Express, I don't know. Nope. We got a couple more big boys in there. Wow, are they big? Well, we might have lost one. Yeah, we lost the biggest one. Alright. This one I think we're gonna let him live to see another day. So let's throw this out and get Rocky free here. He's a feisty one. He is feisty. Trying to get this back out of there. This one is strong. Yeah, I'm throwing some back as I catch them now. I'm just trying to get that one last big elusive one. And I'm a believer, just because there's a limit, I don't know, I think the limit's like 20 on red rock crabs in California. They're year-round, they don't have a season. But that doesn't mean that you should just scrape the environment clean of whatever you can get. So the fog is rolling in and it's really starting to get chilly. So I'm going to have one last pull on all of our gear here, and then we are out of here. Very, very successful. We probably got a good, probably a good 8 pounds of crab in the bag so far. So we're going to be feasting, that's for sure, guys. So I'm happier than a pig, and you know what, down here today. Beautiful, great day to be outdoors. Not the rainy season yet. I don't know, this place would be a quagmire down here in the rainy season, and I can't imagine trying to get down these hills as slick as they are, but we don't have the rainy season yet. So all right, we're just gonna wrap it up here. One last pull, and if you're not subscribed, it's a good time to ask you to hit that subscribe button and that bell for all notification. I got big plans for fishing and crabbing coming up, and every week has been better than the week before. So we are rocking. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, ding, and that bell for all notifications, and also that thumbs up, because we still got to cook all these critters, right? that's a wrap today. We'll see you in the car. What a great day. I got to cut loose the bait, feed the seagulls, and get out of here. All right, so we are back in Little Rascal. We've properly GI'd all of our trash out. I hate to go down there and see Modelo cans and bottles and bait bags and all this crap. All right, they could just close this off and declare it a marine sanctuary, and that's the end of it here. And then, guys, you better hit the beach or have a boat. So, what an amazing day. What did I learn today? I learned today to get as close to the action as possible. In other words, try to get to that jetty. That sweeps a lot of crabs in, and there's certain times that crabs bite and there are certain times that they don't. And it just depends where they're picking up the scent and the drift of the big meat in the water. You know, it's all very dependent. But what else I learned today was that chicken works just great. You know, it's an excellent bait for crabbing. I also saw there were quite a few invasive green crabs today, which should always be eliminated from the marine environment here. They're very destructive. They eat tons of clams, and they're too small to really eat, although one day I'll catch a lot of them and cook them up and see how they are. Some people make a crab bisque and other things with the crab shells and all that, and I guess it's okay, but there's not much meat on it, to be sure. So they have to be exterminated when they're caught, where they're caught. It sounds cruel, but it's the only way you're going to preserve a fishery like this. So they're very threatening, and they tend to be in the calmer. They're not really going to be out in the ocean, I don't think, but they're certainly invaded the bays and all that. So the other good thing was getting here at low tide and then going up. I didn't have that too much trouble with seaweed and current movement, which was a real blessing today. And the last and most important thing that I learned is, man, those castable traps are fantastic when it comes to crabbing and stuff. Yeah, the snares are cool, they're good, they're probably better for ocean and some other fishing, but man, those traps, they really did a great job today. The ones I threw and the ones that I casted, I think that's the reason why I have such an abundance today. Anyway, I'm cooling off a little bit here. 61 degrees, overcast. A lot of people are out here camping and stuff. Doran Beach, Bodega Bay, beautiful place. Let's get home. Like that, we are back in Kitchen Stadium, and it's going to be exciting. We got a lot of crabs to pick here, and we're going to make a real Maryland specialty dish, which is crab imperial, and you are going to love it the way it turns out. First, I've got the big pot on here because we got a lot of crabs today, We're going to season this water here. Normally I would steam them, but I don't have a steamer. I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of Old Bay in there. Going to put about 3 tablespoons of salt. I'm going to give a generous tablespoon of paprika here. And I'm also going to use, I got to grab my cayenne. You want to put a little vinegar in, maybe 1/4 cup. That keeps the meat from sticking to the shell and it makes it a lot easier. I'm going to also add a teaspoon of cayenne pepper so we have some really good flavor here, okay? It's going to be exciting. It's going to be tasty. It's going to be unbelievable because it's a rock crab frenzy today. Yes. That's our own. That's our own spicy brew right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our boys are doing good there. Okay, we got our water boiling. I'll spare you the dispatch. We'll see you after 20 minutes. Alright guys, we're going to give them a plunge here. Easier to look at the size of that thing. Got some big boys here. Makes it easier to pick. I'll let that first batch cool off a bit and then we'll do it to the rest of them, and then I'm gonna clean up the fishing gear and just let these cool down. I don't know about you guys, but I would say that's a pretty good haul today. Really nice ones too. Big, heavy. These things are loaded. Guys, you know the drill. I got a whole mess of crabs to pick here. I'm not going to bore you with the picking, but we're going to pick 3 or 4 of the nicest shells, save them, the outer shell, and put them aside. They're going to be part of our recipe, okay? I'll see you guys in about 20 minutes or so. I got some picking to do. It's a great way to be alone with your thoughts, right? Just think you just caught these yourself and now you're gonna enjoy them, which is the way it should be. I'm feeling very carefully, making sure to keep any shell out. Always, your hands are a good way. They still haven't developed a machine that can replace the crab pickers in Maryland on the Eastern Shore. Hurricane, Hazel, and some other ones. Can fly through them. All part of the big show. Alright, that's a lot of meat from one crab. Look at that, that's like a 1.5 pounds of prime meat there, which is pretty good. I would say it's about the equivalent of Maryland blue crabs. It's quite a lot. That's like gold, right? Absolutely like gold. I'm going to pop this in the refrigerator and let's talk about what's coming. Well, what a day guys. This video is going a little long here. I spent a lot of time videoing at the coast today, and so I've decided to do a part 2, which will be, I'll be recording that tomorrow for Friday morning, and I think you're really gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna make something really special. That's why I held the 3 carapaces of the three really nice looking outer shells here. We're going to use that for a recipe and do crab imperial the way they do it in Maryland, right? Which is all about how it looks and the way it is served. It is amazing. So I want to thank you guys today. Once again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications. You know, a lot of people don't like rock crabs because they think it's too much work to pick that meat. To me, it's very comparable to picking Maryland blue crabs. So, plus, you know, I'm kind of a dope anyway, so I could sit there for hours. Remember, I'm the person that shucked 13 bushels of corn a day during the summer at Phillips Crab House in Ocean City, Maryland. So this is just like, it's just like a walk in the park. So, okay, no big deal. It's going to be fun tomorrow. Once again, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell for all notifications. It's going to be exciting to see what we do with that 1.5 pounds of crab meat. What a day! Nailed it. Thanks for watching, everybody.